Hello, my name is Mandy Dahesh. I am a holistic practitioner of medical herbs and acupuncture and dietitian and nutritionist. I am also a member of the British Acupuncture Council. Actually, I have a fellowship of British Acupuncture Council. Today, I'm going to continue to speak with you about type 1 diabetics with their food. We did some covering for diabetics, and type 1 diabetics, they actually inject insulin. So sometimes even they have extra medication for the insulin. So the insulin inside their body is enough for them to be eating carbohydrates or any food they want. But today I would like to advise on some particular kind of food which I think would help them more. So I'm going to start with breakfast. For breakfast, I have actually written my book, True Health Harmony, which would advise them for what type of food they want to eat. But for type 1 diabetics, for breakfast, I always suggest they should have two pieces, one or two slices of toast, the bread ciabatta, if they like ciabatta, or if they like sourdough, is a very good idea. And they can toast it, better for their stomach. And they would top it with one day with a boiled egg or scrambled egg, not fried. Fried food is not very good. As I explained in my book and before, that fried food is not good for anyone, especially the diabetics. And then on top of the egg, they can put some rocket and add a little bit of olive oil and little few drops of lime, not lemon, lime, and a little bit of rock salt if they want to, or a little bit of pepper, black pepper if they want to, but no other sauces. And they can eat that. They can have, like I said, one or two slices of toast, because the carbohydrate in the bread, in the toast, would go actually into the liver. And the excess of it is stored in the liver. They need this carbohydrate excess deposit in the liver so that later on it can be coming out of the liver and help them if they are exercising or they're doing strenuous walking, or when it's necessary their sugar level in their blood doesn't go down, the body would use that excess carbohydrate. Okay. And also, I'm going to talk about breakfast now. The second day for breakfast, they can try fish. Salmon fish is quite good, not smoked salmon, just ordinary good quality salmon. Poach it, not fry it, poach it, or just boil it a little, and it cooks very quickly. Take the skin off and put it again on one or two toasted slices of toasted bread. And because salmon does not have very much taste to it, my idea is very good. My patients, they tried to put some hummus, reduced fat hummus, on top of the bread or salmon to give it taste, and also some spring onion or basil or tarragon to give it taste. And if you wish, you can still add a little bit of olive oil and squeeze a little bit of lime and eat that. Again, the reason for the toast and for the bread is for the carbohydrates that they need to store the excess carbohydrate in their liver. On day 3, they can again have toasted bread, the ciabatta or sourdough, or a type of bread where, please, when you're purchasing, look at the bread so it does not have additives and so many numbers and flavoring, okay? And you toast one or two pieces of slices of bread, or if you don't like toast, just have it as it is. And this time you put hummus. Reduced fat hummus is a very good idea, as much as you like, because that is chickpeas, which is a very good source of protein, and also gives a good flavoring to the breakfast, to the toast. And on top of that, put a slice of cheese, but don't use any fatty cheese. No, don't use any creamy cheese. Use cheddar, 30% reduced fat cheddar. Half fat cheddar has got extra culture, which is not very good. So either use slices of ordinary cheddar or 30% reduced cheddar. And again, put tarragon, is quite tasty, basil, or anything that you like, or even you can put some rocket and olive oil and lime, and you can eat as many as you like, as many slices as you like. And the reasoning for it is again because we need this carbohydrate excess in the liver, so that later on, if it's necessary, the body would use that to bring up the lowered sugar in the blood. Okay, so for day 4 and day 5 and day 6, for day 4 you can use again some of the salmon. Good idea to make some of the poached salmon and take the skin off, and use a lot of vegetables. Vegetables is a very good idea, whichever vegetables that you like, but boil them. Don't fry them, and don't use air fryers, because that is fried by air and also radiation. So it's like not very healthy. Just try to boil the vegetables just for a few minutes, and also use hummus again to give it flavoring, and also olive oil and a little bit of a few drops of lime. The day 5, you repeat the egg one, right, like day 1. Day 6, you repeat the cheese one, and day 7, you can have either egg or you can have the salmon again. So this is for breakfast for type 1 diabetics. For the snack during the day, they can use, if they wish, they can prepare some of these aubergines and take off the excess fat of the excess toxins, rather, of aubergine, which I explained in my book. What you do is you slice the aubergines. If you like, you can take the skin off, slice the aubergines like crispy slice, and put it on a tray and sprinkle salt on that. Leave it for 10 minutes and you will see the toxins coming out. Wash the aubergines, dry them, put them on foil and put them under the grill. Again, don't use air fryer. Now this can be used instead of crisps. Whenever you like, you can carry it with you in a container, and when you're hungry, you can try that. It's also very good for lowering cholesterol, as well as it's very good for snack for people, diabetics too. For lunch, we come to lunch, you can have any type of protein that you like, but try, if you have fish, take the skin off. If you have chicken, take the skin off, with some vegetables, protein and vegetables. And also try not to have sauces, or try not to have extra flavored sauce of any kind. Try to have olive oil and lemon or lime. Lime rather is better for the liver. And one thing which I advise is to have less lamb. Lamb is a kind of meat which is too warm. Insulin is already warm for the body, and lamb is too warm. So try to have less lamb, have more chicken, but also the legs of the chicken is much better for diabetics type 1. Uh, then you can also carry always with you some rich tea biscuits rather than digestive biscuits, because digestive biscuits is too warm, insulin is too warm, and you may get a lot of itchiness in your body. The reason you carry the biscuits with you is because if the sugar comes down, you're doing strenuous exercise, or you are having massage done, all these may bring your sugar down. You can have these biscuits either before going for exercise, or having this massage or anything strenuous on your body, and one after. But this type of biscuit is very simple and it does not give you complications. Okay, for dinner again, I would suggest protein of any type that you like, and also vegetables, but please avoid sauces. Try to have olive oil and lime, and you can prepare the sauce which I explain in my book, which is with a lot of the herbs that you like basil, tarragon, coriander, if you like, and especially chop up spring onion. They are very tasty, and use that sauce. If you are in a restaurant, tell them not to fry the food. Fried food is not very good, and ask them to bring you olive oil and lemon or lime. Okay, so and try to drink about 2 liters of water. This is my advice to a lot of people. Now, if you find that with all of this, your body still needs extra coolness, that means it's got some form of itchiness and some form of allergy, then, like I mentioned in my book, try to make the yogurt drink, and do not use, contrary to a lot of people who I have seen mentioning Greek yogurt. Don't have Greek yogurt. The reason is that Greek yogurt is very tasty. Why is it tasty? Because they use a lot of rich culture. That culture to the milk to make it into yogurt is not very good for the liver, and also it's not very good for the skin. So you may get more heat, more it's not good for the gallbladder. So you may get a lot of rashes on your body. The best thing is to use zero fat or low fat ordinary yogurt. Okay, 1 or 2 spoons of yogurt to a pint, or I would say to about 350 liters. Now we use liters rather than pint, and add a little bit of rock salt, and no more other spices to it, just the rock salt and water, and drink that. The actual yogurt has a little bit of sugar, but that insulin that you have is okay. The sugar does not upset your system of the sugar in the blood. And this is going to help with your skin and with coolness of your digestive system and with your skin. Okay, so for the rest of the recipes, I think the best thing is to read my book, The True Health Harmony, which you can buy it from Waterstones or Amazon all over the world, or actually from the publishers directly. Okay, thank you, and I will see you soon, and we talk about other issues with health. That's it. Bye bye.